Welcome everybody. I'm Chef Dewey McMurray at Texas Tech University. Certified Executive Chef, American Academy of Chefs. Today we're going to make some recipes with you. The one I'm going to make right now is an awesome guacamole. And there's a simple trick to making it stand out from others. We got your standard ingredients, onion, or if you're smart and like to save time, you can buy pico de gallo already made. It's not consistent enough for me, so I like to make it myself. That way I'm satisfied with flavors and textures and the size of the cuts. I'm just picky, so that's why I like to make it myself. But it's a lot easier to just buy it, especially if you got a good recipe or a good product that you can buy. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little bit of small diced onion in my bowl. And set this aside for another recipe we're gonna do here in a little bit. Got some tomato here. Same thing. Just gonna dice it up. I don't like to use too much tomato in my guacamole. Of course, I'm not a huge tomato fan to begin with, but based on the recipe, this is how I like it. You can adjust that any way you like it. If you want more of something or less of something, totally your call. The tips I'm going to share with you on why or how I make my guacamole can be used with any type of ingredients you want. It's just good advice for a consistent, unique, very tasty guacamole. Okay, got some jalapenos. I took the seeds out. You could leave the seeds in and add them with the guacamole. I tend to cook more for the masses, so I keep things a little more refined. But if you like it spicier, add a lot more to that. Our next ingredient will be the cilantro. I like a lot of cilantro in mine. I think the recipe calls for about that much. Put a little bit extra. I'll go ahead and add that. I'll roll this back up because we're going to use this again in our other recipe. Putting your herbs in a paper towel like that really helps with leaching some of the water off, so it's not so mushy after you cut it. Okay, so we've got our base for pico de gallo: onion, pepper, cilantro, tomato. Put a little bit of lemon juice in there. Okay, catching the seeds with my fingers. I always go light on lemon for guacamole until it's finished, and then I'll adjust the seasonings after, because it's a lot easier to add than to take away. Salt, because it helps break down the vegetables. Okay, some black pepper. And then one of my key tricks is a little bit of garlic, which that's pretty common. People like garlic in their guacamole, but it's the juice. You want the juice, not the pulp so much. It makes a huge difference in the final product. For the avocados, I don't waste time dicing or slicing the avocado in the skin. I just cut around the seed and break it in half. And then I'm just going to squeeze out the avocado using the skin, which gives you, it's much faster, it's cleaner, and you're going to end up mixing it and mashing it anyway in the bowl. All right. Plus you can get every little bit of avocado out from the skin when you squeeze it out. And they're not cheap. so you don't want to waste any. Very little waste, comes right out, and it's half mashed and ready to go. Okay, so now I'm just gonna kind of chop my avocado, the bigger pieces that didn't really mash too well, not too much. Then I'm gonna work it into all the ingredients that we had cut and diced and pre-seasoned. I don't mind letting my vegetables sit in the seasonings, the salt and pepper and garlic juice, for 20 minutes, half an hour. The more it bleeds, the more flavor is going to spread in your guacamole and the more consistent your flavor is going to be. Nice setup. Okay. Make sure you like it as far as texture. You could make this super smooth, like you see some of the retail pre-made guacamoles are really, really smooth because they really mix them good. You can leave it chunky. You can leave it super chunky. If you leave it too big of a chunk, your flavors are a little more inconsistent because there's not as much surface area. But if you mash it up pretty good, your flavors will be a little more evened out. Each bite will taste a little more like the last bite. Make it look nice, right? Because presentation is the whole shebang. We got some chips, fresh chips. You can't beat fresh chips. You may get a little more color like this, but the textures and the flavors so much better. And then you just eat. And that's our guacamole.